Dear future me, diary entry 01/2023. As you head out on your journey to become an independent musician, you're going to need to develop some sustainable behaviours. The first of which is songwriting. Up until now, songs have tended to come to you in clusters, on holiday, and this is where you've taken a travel guitar. But things have got to change. So, I've come across this great video on YouTube by Tom Robinson, where he talks for BBC Introducing about giving up a day job. In it, he talks about Carole King and Gerry Goffin as being a sort of industry factory of songwriting where they would work from 9 to 5, go in and work. But the important thing about their writing was that they produced some fantastic songs, but they were very prolific in their songwriting. And Tom suggests that as a musician, as a songwriter, you should be prolific. And that means, as he suggests, maybe writing 2 songs a week. Now, wow, head blown. There's no way that I'm going to be able to write 2 songs a week. And if I even suggested that that was going to happen, I'm setting myself up for a big fail. So what I'm going to suggest that I'm going to do, and I'm making a declaration here to you, and have you done this, future me, is you will attempt to write 1 song a week. So, where to start? 1 song a week. Well, I've been scratching my head because I've never really known if there was a technique or a way of writing songs. As a kid, I used to write lyrics on pieces of paper, but I didn't have the wherewithal or capability to attach music to that. And I just developed this big carrier bag full of lyrics, and they've subsequently been lost. That might not be a bad thing. And then I kind of developed a way of working which was around a melody, playing the guitar, finding a melody, and lyrics would often come, or I would scat and words would form that would kind of sit in with this, and this would be something that would end up kind of like a story song, and most of my songs are kind of story songs, and that's how I've tended to work. And as I said, most of what I've done has been when I've been away on holiday, not sitting at home. So, scratching my head, I was thinking, well, what am I going to do? And do I need some techniques? And do I need to have an approach, possibly? Talk about a sustainable approach. One of the independent musicians that I've been looking at as a part of my kind of journey is Frank Turner. Again, a link to his YouTube channel here, if you're not familiar with him. And I saw a video of him a few weeks ago, and he held up a book, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing here. A book by Jeff Tweedy, and he suggested in his post that him and Jeff get together and maybe write a song, and that kind of just pricked my ears up, and I thought, what's going on? So this is Jeff Tweedy, How to Write 1 Song. And I've read the book, but actually I've listened to it on Audible, and there's some really interesting techniques, one of which is the notion of rhyme and working with rhyme, and as stupid as it seems, I've never really thought about getting some support with rhyming. And I've just discovered that there's loads and loads of websites that you can put a word on and put rhymes with, and that's been brilliant. And I know that might be silly and absurd, but it just never kind of entered my head. So that's one tool I'm going to use. The other are some of the techniques that Jeff has suggested, and read his book for what those are. But those include kind of things that I suggested, scatting and putting words together. He talks about using things like nouns and adjectives and clustering words and doing sort of strange combinations. But it's a really good book to get into, and I'm not doing it justice, so have a look at it yourself. The other is that when I kind of sort of discovered Jeff Tweedy, I thought, pulled on that thread a little bit, and I've come across another YouTube channel which I think is worth a look at as well, which is the Songwriters Workshop, and it has interesting examples of songwriting, including Dave Grohl, Lenny Kravitz and Jeff Tweedy, and the person that runs the channel has attempted to use some of their techniques to write their own song. So yeah, diary entry I think done, so I need to start writing some songs. So if you've just discovered this channel, my name's Ginger Jeffrey. This is my journey to become an independent musician. Thank you for watching.